sure if I should just continue or start all over again.
It is a truth universally acknowledged that every now and again a situation arises that defies explanation. And so it was with the ascension of the 3rd Street Saints. When the Saints made their presence known to the world in 2006, they were decried for being pretenders to the throne. The people were confused. Were the Saints sociopathic killing machines hell-bent on destruction? Or puckish rogues living a life of mirth and whimsy? The Saints needed clarity of purpose, and so the course was set. More fun, less mercy killing. This simple choice revitalized the Saints, transforming them from a degenerate street gang into beloved pop culture icons. But even then, the Saints were not satisfied. For it's one thing to be revered as a hero. It is another to be a hero. And that, my friends, is where our journey begins.
This isn't a setup? Did he catch that, boss?
Mike is dead? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm sorry, I forgot to check the battery because I was busy coordinating an international assassination.
Hey, can we go back to the part about this being a setup?
It's not a setup. The intel is good.
You trust this lady?
Asha's one of the good guys. Oleg knows her from the KGB days.
Oh, she's tied with the KGB. I feel a lot better.
Look, Bert and I worked with her too. She's fine.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she's great at putting someone in a fucking body bag. That doesn't mean we should...
Showtime.
We're 3 minutes behind schedule. We need to move.
You're a real people person, aren't you?
I'm sorry, is this a counter-terrorist operation or a Saints flow shoot?
I'm Sean.
Asha Odekar, follow me. We're here. Didn't expect them to be all business. We know what's at stake. Do you?
Look, lady, this motherfucker knows how to get shit done. Don't you worry about me.
What's security? My tech guy brought us a 10-minute window. If we move fast, we'll only need to worry about the guards on foot.
How many of those are there?
Don't know about the numbers inside, but there are about 8 marching the perimeter. On my signal, we... Oh, hell. We gotta move!
حاسب الله يخرب بيتك وقعت.
Subtlety.
Don't worry about it, honey. Subtlety is not really our thing.
Come on, this way. Base, are you there? What are we walking into?
The intelligence
intelligence I'm looking at suggests...
Hold on. Hide. Truck on its way.
Wait a minute. Your handler is... Was that Matt Miller?
Kinsey, be nice. But seriously, what the hell? Matt Miller is a brilliant hacker, a venerated agent of MI6, and a key member of our operation.
And the fact that he tried to kill us.
What's past is past. We are all working together now. Let's focus on the job.
As I was saying...
Hold that thought, Matt. Guards ahead. Hold position. Let's take him out quietly. Matt, you were saying?
The nuke is stashed deep in the compound. It's likely primed and ready to go.
Getting booted from the U.S. sent Cyrus Temple off the deep end, but teaming up with terrorists? Seriously?
And we're in. Get my back.
You should be nearing the missile.
Cyrus has soldiers everywhere, so be alert.
Attention! Attention, please!
Quiet. Listen.
Saints man, you can make it.
Got it. Don't take it personal.
Why would we?
I should have killed you in Steelport.
Or maybe take it personal.
You ruined Steelport, ruined America.
Monologuing.
Our leaders failed America by letting you live. Time to destroy Washington and start over. Nothing can stop me now, especially you.
Cyrus has seriously...
Matt, Kinsey, what's going on?
Shit! Our side's bombing the compound!
Oh, wait a minute, we're still in here!
I'm not wrong!
What the fuck? Where to now, then?
Don't sweat, I got this. This way, people.
Every mission has its bumps.
Bump? You call that a bump?
You're alive, aren't you? Pierce, come with me. You two go through that door.
On it.
Let's see how you can handle yourself, Mr. Celebrity. We'll be on mic.
Handle myself? Shit, I can handle myself.
You should be really close to the missile.
One moment.
Now, stay alert. Cyrus is such a berg when it comes to security.
No sign of the target, but we're looking at a stop.
Yo, we're here. The target is just ahead.
Target's in the next room.
Damn it! Don't move!
Shit! He's coming out the back! Let's deal with this first.
In line, let's go!
I'm just going to start a pie chat so the dear Doug can join us. Hopefully my PS4 won't try to electrocute me this time. Doug, what's wrong with your PlayStation? What's going on today? Ow.
You all right? There he is! Quick, get ahead of him!
Steal an insolent child!
Oh yeah, fighting. Yeah. Vengeance for what? What did you do to it?
Come here, you hoodlum! I'm ending you, Saint, once and for all! You're not leaving here! Best to just give up now!
I can see why now when you mention it. When you mention that it makes sense. What have you done to that machine, Doug?
The missile is targeting Washington. What are you doing? Don't you get it? The boss is sacrificing themselves to save us all. This is our final
Fate
chance to
Extiller
fight
is a bad thing to.
Indeed.
Why would you? It's a bad thing to expose your PlayStation to.
I remember when we first met. I was just a fun-loving girl in dreadlocks, but you saw me as more than that.
We snap at each other sometimes, and I don't always understand your methods. But there's no one I'd rather follow into battle.
How are things, Doug?
Okay, should be able to hear
Yeah.
everyone now.
You said,
I had to wait for my capture card.
like to be the face of the truth. And that was all oh man, I'm gonna miss you. Had I any idea you would be so willing to sacrifice yourself to save the world, I suppose I wouldn't have tried to kill you.
Well, we just met, but, you seemed, nice.
The warhead's disabled, but it's still moving, boss. Boss, you're right over the...
Tell me, when is the next Fate Extella video coming up so I can rant about it?
If I can edit and upload a trial start tonight, it will be tomorrow. Otherwise, it will be on Friday.
Ooh, joy.
Speaking of, I should start editing trial start.
I don't know what bus to pick this time. There's Sunflower. I can't even remember what I called her. Shit.
Remember, make sure that your boss is suitably aesthetic.
I can't remember what her name is. Shit. I can't remember what she's called. I don't think I should never ever wake any of my bosses again because I cannot remember her name. Shit. Hellebore, that's her name. Hellebore. Isla and Cillian. Who should I take?
Hang on, let me take a look.
1 is
Okay.
Helianthus, 2 is Hellebore, 3 is Isla, and 4 is Cillian.
I feel like 2 is the prettiest, and that's what's really important here.
Okay, let's take out Hellebore.
This is a problem.
It's not a problem.
You alienated part of America.
I alienated crazy people.
You couldn't resist, could you?
It's not you two.
This is a problem.
I keep trying to explain that, but the president won't listen.
Poverty is a problem. Apartheid is a problem. This is just a couple of...
Here's the latest approval poll.
We lost 20 points. We can get them back.
They're at 20 points.
I'll admit that's a little lower than anticipated.
So you agree you have a problem?
Nope, you do. You're the communications director. Fix this.
Can you give me 100% employment?
No.
Will you get married?
Fuck no.
Then I think we're in trouble.
Kane, can you have this naysayer assassinated?
Not when you say it publicly.
You're more fun as a gang leader.
We have a country to run. Fun isn't part of the equation.
Here's a second. I need one. Ugh, I hope Keith has some good news. Worst part of this job? Press conferences.
How's your editing going?
We've got enough clout right now for one major deal, not both.
I'm still loading up the sound file. Oh, hey, the sound file's loaded up in
Cure
Audacity.
cancer or the president who solved world hunger.
Prepping the sound file now.
Time to make cancer public enemy number 1.
Good choice.
How long does
Kinky's got the peanut gallery handled.
how long does it take to edit all videos, generally?
Now, you listen here. If you
It
think you can cram your
depends on
agenda past Congress,
the
you
video,
are in for a
and it
rude
also
awakening,
depends.
you hear me?
Well,
Now, let
it
me
depends
tell
on
you
how
something
long the
about
part's going to be, and it
greatest
also
word in
depends
politics.
on how
Filibuster.
much I have to cut.
Allow me to retort.
So, like, if I was to code
Doris, we
still
still
part while I'm
playing
going through a
tennis
dungeon, that takes ages to edit because I'm cutting out all of the boring dungeon
Oleg and I are
parts.
about to head over to Camp David to watch some Nightblade. Yep. You down? Boom!
Shit, how could I pass that up?
I'm your #1 fan!
Nice work, Oleg. Nice.
So this is for one where aliens invade, right?
Yes, that's 4.
What's the right context
Yeah.
for, and I quote, I'm the
I've never played a Saints Row game.
It's okay, Doc.
pledge of allegiance to one nation under me. That's a great question. Jane?
I think we have a problem.
How many times do I have to...
Asha and Miller are waiting for you in the Oval Office.
If MI6 needed something, they would send it up the chain, not fly across an ocean.
They said nobody back home believes them.
Jesus, what's going on?
They think we're about to be attacked by aliens.
I gotta go.
This is serious. You know that Kinsey's been saying the same thing.
When did you start taking Kinsey seriously?
When the people who helped us save the world said we should.
All right. I'll swing by after I...
and brightest among you will find salvation within the Zin Empire.
I'm smarter than all these people.
Delightful.
Kizzy, no!
Protect the president! I do love your spirit, my dear. I'm Zinyak. Pleasure to meet you. Would you like to join me for a ride? Splendid.
Hands off! Gonna need guns. Lots of them. I told them I wanted a gun in every room, and 2 in every hallway! Was it too much for you?
There you are. Thank God you're all right.
You okay? Where's Matt?
Upstairs, trying to find out what's happening.
What is happening?
All out war by the looks of it. I'm meeting up with Matt. I'll be in touch via comm.
Be careful. This is not about penis envy. Just saying. Ooh, look at you, Second Amendment solutions. Oh, beautiful, beautiful guns.
Come on, this way! What the fuck?
Keith! God damn it!
Die, alien motherfucker!
Shit! What the fuck is going on? Pierce, Ben! Let's go!
Shit, player! Save yourself! Fuck that! Save me! Die, human!
Oh, shit!
Resistance will only bring you pain.
Aliens are so dead. Leave my country alone!
I regret nothing.
Ha! You assholes pissed off the wrong POTUS! I'm gonna find that ugly mother.
Matt and I are at the South Portico. You have to see this.
Tell my wife I had another wife.
I regret nothing.
We got this. Tell my wife I had another wife.
Where are you? Take out my cabinet. I'll rip your fucking head off!
Die, alien motherfucker!
Oh shit!
That's moving over.
Oh no! Oh no!
Matt, hold on to me!
Asha! Matt! God damn it!
I was using the wrong weapon.
Still think I'm just a pretty face? Holy shit. How many of you are there? Bert to Ernie. Bert to Ernie. Activate South Portico defenses. Let's do this, you gorgeous thing. Come and get it! I'll shoot every one of you out of the sky. You stole my gang. You snatched my cabinet.
Alright, Lucy has returned if you wish to invite her to a party shout
Come
to.
here and fuck with
Sure.
my cut.
Indeed. Indeed. One moment. There. Sent.
This is for Lady Liberty.
Son.
I want to. Are you? You blew it up.
How's your day going, by the way?
Yeah. Well, I had to get up early and then head out and then spend like 2 hours just sitting around somewhere while someone fiddled with my sister's wireless.
Welcome aboard.
So that was
Fiddling with
an
my
enjoyable
sister's
one.
wireless is the weirdest euphemism for sex ever.
I was thinking so too.
I had brought this on myself with all of my euphemisms, haven't I?
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. You only have yourself to blame.
So it is.
How do I? Well.
Say goodbye. Wait, what? Ah, shit!
Did you really think you could stop?
Shit!
Ah, human arrogance. Is there anything more charming?
Fucking ass! Oh, I'm gonna.
Do what exactly? Huh? Bravado me to death? I'm going to have fun breaking you.
Hey, what? Goodness me, what a.
I think that's better. Say something, you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Gosh, what a glorious day!
Morning, dear. I made your favorite breakfast. Oh, Mr. King from across the street is going out of town.
The
for a
influence
few
of
weeks.
Fallout
I was
is
wondering
strong
if
on
you could
this
check his
section.
mail for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
you
was
Pierce
also my
called.
thinking
I'm
when
sure
first
he
time I
has
saw it.
some crazy new get-rich scheme. Oh, that Pierce. Such a card. And someone named Dex.
I like how you have the wife, even if you're not a man.
Yeah. Weirdly,
Deliver the paper earlier. Could you fetch it, dear?
Fallout 4
Sure thing.
kind of sort of also makes this reference to SAR 4 really, really early into the game.
I wonder what's new in the world today.
I can't remember what it is right now, but it's in the game. It's before the bombs go off, though.
You ready to meet the fine people of Steelport? Well, get in the car.
Wait, don't I usually drive?
It's your world. Go ahead.
Oh hey, a pizza's out for delivery.
Ooh.
If my phone goes off, that'll be why. But I'm gonna just like mute my mic just so our stream is not suddenly interrupted by my phone
They
ringing.
sure are anxious to meet you.
They?
They interrupted
you
for the
do
sake
have
of pizza,
a
though.
queer sense of humor.
Is it just me, or does everything look kind of weird?
Now, what's that you say?
Just a nagging feeling like this is all...
Can't wait to get out to the lake this weekend. I hear the fish are really biting.
The fish are... What are you talking about?
Don't you worry now. We're almost there. Oh, careful now. Well, here we are. Why don't you glad hand a bit? We got time.
Ow! My toe!
Can I get a picture? Aw, thank you kindly.
Looks like it's time. Your public is waiting. We don't use that kind of language here in Steelport.
What kind of shit are you f***ing trying to pull?
I haven't had a ticket
Away from here!
Hello? Hello?
Kinsey? What is this? Kinsey, where are you?
Finally! Listen to me. No time to explain, but you have to break free.
Break free from what, Kinsey?
The place you're in isn't real. Whatever it's having you do, you need to stop.
What? I'm just driving.
Okay, good. There's a park nearby. Head there and give me a sec.
It wasn't much of a fight.
Brace yourself.
Brace for Jesus H!
This makes getting to work faster.
I need some more time before I can get you out. It'd be really helpful if you could just, you know, just be you.
Be me?
The simulation is all about normalcy. Pleasantry, order, all the things you hate. Go forth. Unleash hell. Keep it up! The simulation is resisting, but just keep going.
Weak.
Was it too much for you?
Get under cover.
You need to do more. Bigger! Hold on, I'm sending you something.
Wait, your PS4 tried to execute you, or is that just a joke?
Find the cat fountain. I left you a present.
Yeah, I want to know more about that too.
Gosh, this is swell.
No, it tried to electrocute me when I was trying to switch it on earlier.
Ow!
The usual way.
No, I need an explanation. This is highly dangerous.
It was just like a static charge, not like...
Oh, okay, so it didn't actually
Right.
try and electrocute you. It was just, you know, you touching plastic.
Tried to electrocute me. Greasy. Just because it wasn't very good at it doesn't mean it didn't try.
So whenever you touch a cat and get an get a static shock, that's a cat trying to electrocute you, is it?
Wait, what's going on, Kinsey?
That's never happened to me because cats love me and don't try to electrocute me. I'm sorry if cats try to electrocute you.
Man, shag carpeting must just have it in for you, mate.
You know what is constantly trying to electrocute me? Like, those steel bars that are like everywhere.
Yeah, like...
Centers.
Yeah, I find that the bits of metal they use to like keep the bits of plastic to tell you how much things are, those shock me a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the story of how my PS4 tried to murder me in my own home.
It's all Felix Stella's fault.
I always win.
If you're watching, Sony, and I know you are, my lawsuit is on its way. Now.
I wonder what's on Doc's pizza.
Probably meat. Several kinds of meat.
Oh.
Definitely no pineapple though.
Mmm. Smart man.
In my opinion, you should only have pineapple on a pizza if it's like a ham pizza.
A hand pizza?
Yeah, like a Hawaiian pizza has pineapple on it, doesn't it? It's ham and pineapple.
Oh, okay. Never heard
It's
about
because
that.
sweet things go with pork really well.
Mm.
Like you have applesauce when you eat pork, or in my family you have applesauce with every roast meat because we're fucking cretins.
That's very possessive, Senyak.
That's very possessive.
Senyak
the
is.
world's worst boyfriend.
He is. It's no wonder one of my bosses keeps shipping himself with Senyak.
That was different. Now where am I?
Come in, President. Can you hear me?
I hear you all right. Only, how am I hearing you, considering I don't have a phone?
I just patched myself into your simulation and projected my voice through the audio system. You should be able to hear me from anywhere. And you don't have to yell.
Okay, because you chattering in my skull isn't annoying. Kinsey, I'm unarmed. Get me out now.
I can't do that until I backtrace your signal to your physical body. Until then, you're stuck there, so you might want to go buy a gun.
Great. Retail therapy at Friendly Fire.
If he borrows this...
That's a good start. That's a wonderful start.
Please don't take me
I love how her titties jiggle.
Set your GPS from the map in your hub.
Hub?
It's like a digital information pad. You know, like those mobile devices all the kids have these days?
Awesome. Can I update my status on it?
No.
I wasn't. I was going for map, but
Back. Have you defeated the aliens yet?
no.
No, she's just getting started.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Whee! So far, I've managed to
You are getting
get
me out of here, right?
driven down
Eventually.
by a
I'm still trying
truck.
to figure out the Zen systems. Basic hacks like hooking into the audio system isn't hard. Trying to disconnect you and find your body,
Standard.
that's
Standard.
a bit more
Very
involved.
standard.
And getting me into some decent clothes isn't a basic hack.
On my list of priorities, that doesn't even make my top 500.
If you were wearing this, you'd make this a priority.
If I was wearing that, I'd be asking you to shoot me in the head.
What's that big dome supposed to be?
Not sure. I'll have to look into that.
Place is crawling with Zinniak's goons.
From what I can see, a lot's been taken over by the Zen. There's alien technology everywhere.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Just a little.
I feel that little bit of dialogue right there is really, really weird.
After this gets jacked,
And I think it's from an earlier version of the game, where
Do you think the entire White
the
House is
whole
lost?
I don't know. Maybe.
simulation thing
I think we should get Ultra to
isn't
rebuild it.
part of the
Maybe have
game.
it seal up if there's an attack. Maybe transform into a giant tank.
Are you
Okay, that
serious?
wasn't me.
Could use some more stripper poles in the bedrooms too.
More? You already had some stripper poles?
It was my first executive order.
Wow.
Is Zinniak seriously gonna let me buy weapons here?
I don't know. Do you remember how to
I could use a motorcycle.
What? Come the fuck on, game. Game, why? Ugh.
You need to be taught a lesson.
Game, what do you want me to do?
Want me to sign your casket?
He does this to me. Oh, okay. It just wants me to buy an upgrade. Damage. How's your scarf going, Reese?
Oh, I finished the scarf. Well, I need to sew in the ends.
Oh?
Maybe do tassels. I haven't decided yet.
Oh.
I need another border wall if I'm going to do tassels.
Oh. 2 years long work. Or was it more?
Probably over 2 years. It's not like it took ages, it's just I kept forgetting about it.
Sometimes you make the
Hope
scarf.
you got something useful.
Sometimes you are the
Cops are
scarf.
swarming your location.
Time to remind them of the Second Amendment.
Zinyak's running this place. I don't think the Constitution holds any weight here.
Smashy smashy!
This is my town. And now what? I keep my head down until you can pull me out of here?
Not yet. There's a Zim patrol close to you that'll need to be cleared out before that happens. That is, if the president's up for killing a few more aliens.
Oh, there you are.
Miss Press Secretary. That's your best suggestion since I got here.
What can I say? I'm good at my job.
Yeah, if you were that good, I'd be out of here.
True.
There's one. How far are you in Fallout 4, Reese?
I've gotten into the Institute.
Ah.
I haven't played in ages because I've been so busy writing bloody Dragon Age Inquisition fic.
Hey, assholes! You looking for me?
Just kill them and leave already.
Couldn't last any longer than that.
Finally get to see some action.
Okay, gotta get out of the spotlight.
Probably wasting fabric, to be honest, the way I'm doing this, but whatever.
Hotel instead.
What's
Do I
wrong
like?
with my inner sanctum?
Nothing, not a thing. Hate to tell you, Kinsey, but your stuff's all gone.
What?
I need to buy some new green fabric because the one I was thinking of using is too dark, too bright.
We don't have
No.
any safe houses
What a
here.
shame.
Right.
So how do I fix that?
Not
I could
sure
like
yet.
wash it
So any
50,000
hope
times.
that
That would line up.
2 years later. Ah, it's finally done.
It's pale enough now.
Yeah.
Just hang in there. I promise I'll find a way to get you out.
Do it, and I'll rename the internet after you.
When we go into town to do go to the Citizens Advice Bureau, Doug, I'm dragging you down to some fancy silk store so I can get some more fabric.
No, wait, that's the wrong one. This one. This one. Yes, I know. Shh. Shh. Go away. Thank you.
Kinsey, what exactly are these things you're sending me after?
I'm still trying to figure out precisely what they are, but they seem like they'll be useful. There are several near my warehouse. I can't pinpoint their exact locations, but I marked the general areas for you.
Fine.
Hey! Oh, sorry. This is going well.
It'd be nice to keep this car.
Fucking city traffic's the worst, yo.
Why is everyone always in a hurry?
Asshole! You're pathetic.
It's so nice to know that Cillian isn't the only one of my bosses who's just atrocious at driving. It's all of them.
Shit, books. Keys. Somewhere I dropped someone, I can't find them.
What did you drop, Doug?
Watch your proximity meter
My
to see if you're
keys.
getting closer to the
Oh.
cluster or farther away.
I can't find them, I'll have to just scour the place in a bit.
I hope you
Got
find
one,
it.
Kinsey. Is it safe to touch?
Safe-ish. Just keep getting them.
No, you don't get to do that.
Finally, a song I like. Come on, Kinsey, sing along.
No, I don't think so.
Come on, please, Kinsey. You can be the cat.
Not gonna happen.
Mine!
Come together. Come on, your turn, Kinsey. And you know it ain't fiction.
No.
Kinsey, you're gonna sing for your commander-in-chief.
Fuck that.
That could have been a real bonding experience.
Note to self, don't let Hellboy drive anything.
I wonder where Brad is.
Nah.
Too many?
Hey there, sweetheart.
Don't get stuck on that.
Picking up another.
Whee!
This data is amazing. Incomplete, but amazing.
I'm afraid to ask, but how is it
Don't
amazing?
make a new hole,
Seems that
Needle.
anything
Get
that
back
broke
through the old
normal
hole.
rules of the simulation deposited loose data that can be incorporated into your programming.
Okay. That actually made some kind of sense.
But since the data is so
No, it just made a new hole yet again.
to loop into your code base.
There we
Nope,
go.
you lost me again.
Ugh, it's simple. The more clusters you get, the more you can upgrade and alter your
Such
abilities.
is the
See, that's all you needed to say.
such are the trials of the new quilter.
Do I need more than 3 of these things?
Still missing some key fragments. Get one more and we'll see.
No! Small car.
So, if these data clumps...
Clusters.
Okay, clusters. If they're so useful, why aren't Zinyak's people scooping them up?
Why would they need them?
To make his people stronger or something? Look, you're the one who said they're amazing.
If Zinyak wants to change the code for his people, he can just... He wrote the simulation!
But if he just leaves them lying around, then... never mind. I'll just accept this and
I'm
move
not
on.
sure how that happened.
Probably better that way.
Wonder what's for dinner.
Who fucking cares? Damn, this engine is running.
Man, I wish my...
Ow!
Zinyak destroyed my apartment?
Ugh. That place should have been condemned a long time ago.
Just wish I could have saved my shoes.
That should be enough. Let's see what I can do here. Check your hub.
This piece of shit better not break.
This feels amazing!
Here, let me load up a training program for you to test your powers.
Okay, what do I do now?
The code says you can jump long distances and run at super high speeds. How about starting with a small jump?
How do you think I'm gonna jump up that?
Try pushing off from the wall each jump.
So I can climb walls now?
It'd be more accurate to say you can jump up them repeatedly.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Whoa! This time I blew the buildings apart. Try making that jump.
I'm liking this.
Okay, now for the big test. Use your super speed to get a running start and leap to that opposite building.
You gotta be joking.
Just try it. See? You did it! I think I figured out how this works. Run along the path collecting the power orbs.
I'm probably gonna be late for my appointment.
Should I be worried about who set this race up?
Don't know, but it seems like when you break through any checkpoints along the race, the district's reality matrix will overload a little.
Oh, one more time, Kinsey?
It means the simulation doesn't like it, and we're able to control the area.
Hey, that actually makes sense.
It did the first time I said it too.
Keep saying shit that I understand, and I'll buy you a pony.
Lies.
Heard any interesting news today?
Not really. And Brexit stuff, but it's just the slow story of my country throwing itself off a cliff.
It looks like these hotspots are protected by shield generators. Getting near them will be tricky, but you'll have to shut down each one before you can take out the main one.
Care to define hotspot, Kinsey?
Basically a giant workstation. A system like the simulation you're in probably requires constant maintenance, which is what these seem to be for.
Tell me there's only one of these.
Of course not.
Jesus, that thing is big.
Focus on the shield generators, otherwise you'll never get to the main console.
Yeah! I'm always on when it counts. guess I just pull these out.
Oh, hello. Goodbye.
Who needs hacking skills when I've got all this?
With the shield down, you can get to the console at the base of the structure.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a problem. There's no way to fight a lady.
Reinforcements engaged.
Oh, right. Controls. I forget them sometimes.
I can do this. I can do this. Check, please.
I'm showing some strange readings close to you.
Okay, fiery rain can't be a good sign. What the fuck is he?
I don't know, but it isn't reading like a normal Zen. I think you can integrate your code with it.
And that's supposed to mean what?
It means once you take him down, get close enough, and I think you can absorb him.
Yeah, because I want that thing crawling around in me. This better be worth it.
Well, wherever my keys are, they're not anywhere near me.
Oh no.
So I'll have to go shell out the 25 quid for replacements tomorrow.
Oh no.
So you didn't drop them outside when you went to get your pizza?
I thought of that, so I retraced my steps, but I couldn't see them. So either I didn't, or someone picked them up.
That can't be good.
Fuck him, Kinsey. How about setting up one of those training rooms?
Just
I think I can do that.
double check before you go Charlotte, just in case, in the morning. Best
So,
advice
what
I've
did I
got.
get?
The only advice I've got.
Laser vision,
Which is why it's also the worst advice I've got.
Whoa. Looks like the ability to freeze people and objects with an ice blast.
It's not too terrible, I can afford the 25 quid charge.
Let me load up a few targets from the simulation for you.
Wait, are you putting in guys who will try to kill me?
Don't worry, these are safe programs. You can't die from them.
They couldn't fight worth shit. Why is there a wall here?
It looks like data clusters can be hidden inside walls. Use your blast to knock them out.
Shit! Hell of an entrance there, guy.
I'll see if I can help with that. Okay, you should be able to recover from being knocked back now. Hold on. It looks like Zinyak added a shield to the warden code. I guess you pissed him off.
It's getting to be a habit. So how do I beat this shield?
You'll need something more powerful than a weapon, so use your superpowers to deactivate the shield for a short time. Then you can shoot him. See? That works pretty well. Though the real thing might be a bit tougher.
Mm-hmm.
you now.
Turn.
Quit cutting
Does
me
this
off.
stop hurting?
Try catching me now.
Why do I do this? Woo, hi!
Nobody's got.
Ow.
This is gonna hurt.
Y'all got nothing on me.
That was my kidney.
If you.
Holy shit!
Whatever this city's. Got you now.
Why do I do this?
Oh, she's looking a bit worse for wear.
I can't believe my boyfriend wanted to. Can't forget.
Can't forget the pickles.
I've constructed a door that'll allow your mind to get out of the simulation and back into your body. Head toward it.
On my way. So what have you learned about this Zin invasion, Kinsey?
The good news is they didn't get everybody. Just a whole bunch of people. According to what I've been able to decipher, the simulation is designed to house the best and the brightest specimens from various worlds.
The best and the brightest from an entire planet? How big is this thing?
Big. But they haven't gotten to all of Earth yet. Just the major cities. Last I heard, Oleg was up at Camp David. That area doesn't look like it's been hit yet.
That's good at least. Okay, I need to get out of here.
Once you're free from this simulation, I can sever your connection to the Zin Matrix. This will allow me to retrieve your body here in the real world without you suffering permanent brain damage.
Where am I in the real
How
world? You better not
did
mess
you get
with
up
my
here?
body.
It's in a safe place.
I didn't
Once you're
pick
free,
that
I'll
up.
pick you up at the landing platform.
Did I take him with me?
Todd Howard, Saints Row 4.
Kinsey, the door's locked.
Wrong door.
Oh. Well done. Well, that didn't go terrible.
Can you quit being a baby and just walk in?
Look, lady, we're doing this in my time.
No, you're not.
Kinsey. Kinsey. Where on earth? Ugh, I feel like a gas station toilet. Need to reach that platform. Where's Kinsey?
Hey, what are you doing?
Give me that. Where the hell am I?
I swear every time I come home it's all, would you bring me?
Still think I'm just a pretty face?
Emperor send Glowy-Mimic soldiers to report any and all misplaced or mishandled abductees immediately.
Is this a spaceship? What the hell? I hope you're coming, Kinsey. For both our sake.
Given the high volume of abductees, you are experiencing unusual delays in processing pod chambers 3 through 8. Your patience is appreciated.
Who are you going to side with in Fallout 4?
All soldiers are on high alert. Abductees are notorious for elevated escape.
Yeah, we see. Still those alliance deets.
Probably the railroad.
Where's this goddamn platform?
Abductees carry any number of serious diseases. Exercise caution when approaching or handling the abductees.
Although I'm still not keen on how Desdemona's like, yes, the Minutemen are the people of the Commonwealth, and the people of the Commonwealth have shown that they can't be trusted when it comes to synths. You know, the active arm of the Institute, the thing which keeps kidnapping people and raise their towns to the ground within living memory. Fuck off, Desdemona. These people are going through a lot. It's not their fault that the Institute does what it does. And acting as though they're being unreasonable for being scared and angry at the mobile arm of that institution is not fair, and you know
Kinsey,
it.
I'm starting to worry about you. Am I at the wrong... Oh, fuck.
Being kidnapped or replaced by a synth is a genuine and real concern.
It is.
It is.
Don't worry,
But she's kind of acting like it isn't, and it's making me annoyed at her.
I have a problem that I'm probably never ever going to finish that game because I disagree with just about everyone, and I think I glitched. What's it called? I glitched the. What are they called? Gavi's folk.
Well, hello.
The Minutemen.
Minutemen, yeah. I
Understandable given your situation.
in my first playthrough I got to the Institute with their help, and I don't know what happened, but I kind of just got stuck there. I didn't really get anywhere from it. Another thing that really annoys me is the whole, for what I played, you kind of have to do things for the Institute to get anywhere, unless you just kill Father. And I don't like it.
I think they want you to, like, go with the Institute for at least a little bit, so you might have reasons to side with them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. But I think I did 10 missions with them, and I just got annoyed. Like, get a move on! I want to do things! I don't want to know these people, I don't care. I just want to get it on, but I don't want to kill Father? So just... I'm never gonna get anywhere with this game.
Yeah, I started playing Fallout 4, but we all know that I have trouble getting into Bethesda games.
What stopped you from playing more of Fallout 4?
Same problem I have with all Bethesda games. I don't find them very immersive.
No.
They don't feel like real places.
Oh.
There's like an air of artificiality to it all. And Fallout 4 is better than all of the other Bethesda games in this regard. Like, a lot better. But it's still there.
Radio signals bounce around space for...
Wait. This is my jam!
And that's, the fact that I didn't get much further in it is a blessing, because otherwise Reese would be all Nick, and I would be all dance, and she'd be all Nick, and I'd be all dance, and she'd be all Nick, and I'd be all dance.
But you don't like dance.
And she'd be all Solus, and I'd be all dance.
I still
she'd
have
be all
trouble.
Marlboro-chan, and I'd be all dance.
I still don't know who's the worst person of those two.
What, Solus and Dance?
Yeah.
Solus.
Solus.
Yeah, it's Solus.
Remember, you can't get Solus without Solus.
You kind of can and do.
No! I'm the best at spelling.
Go back to writing that Colin Solis fic, and we'll talk about it.
I'm not going to write that fic!
But it was so good!
You've seen the fic in its entirety!
I've tried getting him to write shippy fic of characters he actually likes, and he won't do it. So.
But seriously, the amount of confusion fangirls would have reading the whole thing and just coming to the ending, it's like, what? What happened?
They would not be confused, but it's the most natural ending to that storyline. Why do you think Solus never sleeps with the Inquisitor? Because of all of the egg whites.
Wait, he doesn't? He doesn't even sleep with them?
No, I think he'll bang you in the Fade, but not in real life, because in the Fade, he's not gonna unhinge his jaw and release his jet of egg whites.
Really? So many people have gotten worked up over that romance, and there's no sex in it? That's impressively bad.
If you're saying an elf inquisitor who has romanced him, there's a line in Trespasser where he's like, what do they say? Where a dreadwolf take you? And you can tearfully and really overwrougtly say, and he did. No! But no, Inquisitor, he didn't. Didn't even get that fucking much, did you?
Oh no!
Iron Door doesn't pull his shit. At least when he betrays you, you get something out of it beforehand. God.
Oh dear me.
Also, he just kind of warned you that he's going to betray you.
Yeah.
Ironball is absolutely upfront about the potential outcome to your friendship.
He is.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I'm a spy, just so you know. Okay.
Okay, see you tomorrow, Ironball. Might have to...
Make sure you do Iron Door's personal quest for Dorian's sake.
Yeah.
Oh,
please.
I will.
Please.
Oh, Dorian.
Oh.
You're such a delicate kitty.
Yes.
He would never stab someone. Because he uses magic, not knives.
No, but he would insult people for the fashion.
He would stab them with his words.
He would.
But he wouldn't call them a darn good sport after that, because it would just send mixed messages.
I don't know,
Cold
it's Dorian,
would
he
stab someone
might.
and call them a darn good sport.
Oh yeah, because that's consistent for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
He only stabs
It's like
because
his
he
whole
cares.
deal. He loves the stop.
If only it was Jack in Vadis instead of Jenny, he'd just be like, what are you, the spirit of euthanasia?
Basically is.
I mean, that's fine. That's a good thing. It's just... the fuck?
Cassandra gets angry at Cole later, justifiably, because she discovers that he was the ghost of the Spire. And the ghost of the Spire, was a mysterious serial killer who...
Oh, yeah,
yeah, it made the tensions between the Templars and Mages worse, because Mages kept mysteriously dying. But it was Cole all along. He just kept finding suffering Mages and killing them.
Well, didn't he do that because they were suffering?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
he had the best of intentions.
Oh, yeah.
He's the sweetest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just... He loves murder. He is a small murder child. Wolfie would not be down to fight Cole. He would be down to cuddle him.
Wolfie be down to fight Cullen?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he just
Cassandra?
eat her?
No, not Cassandra.
Does he not like fighting Womlings?
He's not keen on it.
I think it'd be best to start at...
Planet Zin. If I'm taking a store back from Zinyak, I want the one with his ugly face on it.
Okay, good point.
I just realised
Ironball,
Jenny is essentially down to fight Ironball. That's
This is the worst idea for her and this for Wolfie, and it's a pretty bad idea for Wolfie.
This is what the whole British Bulldog thing is. It's her basically being down to fight him.
Kenzie's job is easy. Is there a cop convention I don't know about?
Of course, when they found out I could lie as well as hit things, they decided to make me a spy, and I'm like, yeah, but... And then Jenny would be like, yeah, but babies lie. It's not special, you know?
No, it shouldn't happen again.
Thank you.
Ironball just being like, lie well.
No, wait, don't.
No, babies can lie well. Like, they cry like they want food, but no, they just want your attention. They know what they're doing. They're being purposefully deceptive, and you'd be amazed how many people fall for it. Because it's a baby, it's the last thing you'd expect this from.
They're stepping up security even more. Be
I
careful.
know, I wouldn't expect a dog to lie, but dogs do lie.
Everything lies, there's nothing special about it.
Yeah, but dogs are cunning, well, dogs are stupid, but cunning liars. They did... They did an experiment where, like, they put a treat out that the dog wasn't supposed to take, and then they switched off the light for like a split second, and what they found was that once the lights went out and the dogs couldn't be seen, they'd snatch up the treat, and then when the lights came back out, they'd be like, oh wow, the treat, where did it go? Where did it go?
Nobody knows! Wow!
Well, everyone is just like, we all know it was you. We can see you licking your lips. This is almost as cunning a lie as when Treacle, one of the dogs we had, would come into the kitchen, which she wasn't allowed in unless someone else was there while people were cooking. And then she'd lie down in the corner and be very, very quiet, so they'd forget about her. And then they'd leave and she'd eat butter. Couldn't find her one day, and we opened the door and there was just butter dripping from her mouth. You are a buttery hound.
If Alistair was raised with dogs and Jenny was like the modern day equivalent of raised with dogs, that would like make more sense for your Grey Wolf and just be like, yeah, you should totally marry Alistair. He was raised by Mabari, you were raised by Labradors. It's a perfect match.
Well, I'm just imagining Jenny being like, were you raised by dogs? And him being like, no, I was raised by 10,000. Suckle Mage out!
You poor bastard.
I love action.
Oops, that was completely unnecessary. I'm sorry. No.
Activating main defenses.
Wolfie definitely wouldn't be down to fight Blackwall either, actually. Even though you might think he might be.
I don't know, Blackwall doesn't seem to be the type to fight for fun.
Yeah. Also, Blackwall, he's kind of small. And...
I always win my
Reinforcements engaged.
like, he's a small, middle-aged man. It's not good optics. Or, like, giant wolf eater.
Are you saying it wouldn't be a fair fight?
I don't know. I mean, Blackwall is meant to be very skilled at fighting, isn't he? He won a tournament.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was with help.
Yeah.
Shutting this down.
Let's face it, though, Blackwall is the most useless of the warrior characters.
Nah, yeah.
Cassandra does everything he does, but better.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah, but
really
Cassandra
use him.
doesn't ask Solus if he's fucked spirits in the Fade, so...
Yeah,
Blackwall has his uses.
But from a gameplay perspective, Blackwall and Sarah aren't that useful. Like, Varric basically does everything Sarah does, and Cassandra basically does everything Blackwall does. This isn't a problem for the mages, though. They're pretty significantly diversified.
I think part of the problem is for the old mages is that because there's different elements of magic, you can kind of like specialize them even if they don't come pre-specialized.
Yeah, but also there's the fact that their specializations are more different from each other, I guess you'd say.
Great. Listening to the creepy blocked caller could never go bad.
No kidding. Does this guy really think we would just trust some random ghost in the machine?
Like, Dorian's essentially inherited Meryl's skill
Yeah,
set.
fuck it. What's the worst that could happen?
And Vivian has more or less inherited Justices from Dragon Age Origins and Fenris is from Dragon Age 2 actually. Which is part of the reason why the warriors aren't that diverse, because usually that whole arcane warrior thing is a warrior specialization that Vivian's stolen it for herself.
Do you want to tell that woman no?
But when I was trying to murder all the dragons in the game, I ended up using Vivian for the last one because I couldn't kill it myself. It was just... At one point I was fighting it for 20 minutes and it was just murdering me constantly.
Start telling me how you can help me save my friends. I'm walking.
I know how to navigate this.
Vivian is... She just curb stomps everything once you've maxed out her specialization.
Yeah, she does.
That one and yours.
Why would you want to help me? You don't even know me.
Because I have no love for the Zin, as I was once their prisoner too. I have been stuck inside the Zin simulations, creating rifts, which cause chaos for Zinyak. Though the Zin inevitably shut them down.
Looks like you already got
Well, this is the
covered.
thing
What do you
about
need me for?
Solus. As far as specialization goes, his is probably the least useful.
This doesn't seem dangerous. Why don't you do it yourself?
My body has long since died.
I agree, but it at the same time it's also a fun specialization, kinda.
Yeah.
Vivian's is serious business. But
Yeah, Vivian's is basically letting her dual class as a mage and a warrior.
yes, very useful.
Dorian's is all about making people explode.
Yeah.
Like, he has like status effect abilities and ones which make enemies panic. And ones which lets him keep fighting even when he's knocked out.
Yeah.
And of course, ones which make people explode.
They really need to stop doing that.
I jumped on the flashy lights. Now can you help me kill Zinyak already?
My access code is 1331. Use it when you find me a suitable form.
See, you can upgrade his walking bomb thing so that not only do people explode, but like it becomes an exploding sickness. Like it's a catchable disease that other enemies will catch.
Oh, like the bee bombs from Bioshock 2.
Ooh.
Yeah. Whereas Solus, he's all about aerial effect attacks, I think.
I have one character who's a Rift Mage, but I can't actually remember what attacks he has outside that Stone Fist attack.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was thinking that I'm gonna give Jack like this guilt that like he's like, shit, we're the Avalon division, we were supposed to stop elves from stealing people. It's basically what we're here for. And look, an elf stole someone. How do you know it was an elf? It was probably an elf. It could have been a human mage. Yeah, well, we don't have any evidence of human mages except your word. What do we have evidence of? Oh yes, elves stealing people.
I'd like to track some data on your jump ability for my personal records.
May I present to you?
Sees Corypheus and just wordlessly hands Llewellyn 20 quid.
It's still ultimately Solus's fault, though. So they're still both kind of right. And then Trespasser, then they see Solus, and he just wordlessly hand him his 20 pack.
Yes.
Damn it!
But I was just thinking if it was Jack who got pulled through instead, he just like Solus is like, oh yes, I dream in the and he's gonna be like that. I dream in the fade. Jack's gonna be like, that sounds intensely suspicious. Of course, the second Jack found a Dalish, he'd grill them for every last piece of information they had, and then he'd go, "Oh yeah, all these wolves everywhere, Solus. I've got my suspicions about you."
Yeah.
Grilling makes me think of colour.
I have the main problem in my fic. I think I've gotten Solas to be too aggressive, to rest too soon, because he is really, really, really suspicious of what Res is. Because he's like, this elf has 4 fingers, is really, really disturbingly strong when it comes to his magic. I don't know what this is.
I love being up this high.
And I don't know how to dial him back from that. But again, I might just be overthinking it.
Yeah, well, let's face it, Solus isn't going to win any popularity contests in the Inquisition anytime soon.
No.
You know how you like blowing things up?
Well, he's
Like,
trying
Cole
to.
likes him. Yeah, like Cole likes him. Cole might be the only one though.
Is he really that unpopular?
Vivian doesn't like him at all. Dorian feels quite uncomfortable around him. And Solus doesn't like Dorian much.
Yeah, but isn't that the whole one of them's from elf enslaving kingdom and the other one isn't elves?
Yeah, yeah. Sarah hates him.
Yeah. He's too elf.
Cassandra seems pretty ambivalent about him. I don't think she dislikes him, but she's not going to go out of her way to socialise with him. And probably kind of telling is that if you have that whole game of Wicked Grace where everyone's telling stories, Solus is one of the few people who's not there.
Yeah, that is correct.
Like, it's what, Cullen, Cassandra, Varric, Josephine, Cole is under the table.
No, that's Sarah. Sarah's under the table.
Sarah is under the table. Cole is probably around somewhere. I don't think Vivian or Dorian are there. Dorian might be, actually.
No. Dorian is there. He's there because he wants to see Cullen naked.
Yeah.
Damn it, Dorian! Why did you have to get creepy?
It's not that creepy. It's more like a fun thing because Cullen leaves that table completely and utterly naked because he is tremendously bad at that game.
Yeah, it's not a hey thing. It's a
you got your ass handed to you
thing.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Carry on, Dorian.
I think Solus and Vivian might be the only ones who aren't there. Maybe Liliana.
Liliana isn't there. Solus isn't there. Cullen can't be seen.
Vivian's definitely not there.
No.
Blackwall might not be there.
I don't think he is.
Yeah. In Liliana's case, she's probably not allowed to take part in games of Wicked Grace.
Oh no, because she would win.
Yeah.
She's probably also too busy, I would think.
Yeah, she has a pretty busy job. Right. I mean, she takes the time to play Cullen at chess. At least. That's probably a lot of her leisure time.
But she only does that if you
not it itself.
She only does that if you don't if you don't take Dorian with you, or you get him tossed out of the Inquisition. Then Liliana takes his place.
Then. Yeah, so Liliana, it's not that odd that she's not there. Vivian, can anyone imagine Vivian playing a game of Wicked Grace?
Not even sure what this game is.
Basically poker.
Oh, okay.
What's the game Bull plays with Solus?
They play chess. in their heads.
Ah,
See, Iron Door likes Solus. They get along pretty well.
bizarrely.
I'm getting emotional here.
Well, if you think about it, they're two inveterate liars.
Yes.
Of course you get
Also,
along
Iron
fine.
Door,
You know where you stand with a man you can't trust.
and I think Door says at one point that he knows that Solus is lying. He doesn't know exactly what the lie is, but he knows that he's there under false pretenses.
I don't think I've heard that.
I should talk to Paul more often. Or at least take him around with me more often, because he just, I don't know, he just seems to want to talk about the Kunari, and I'm just like, I'm not really that interested, to be honest.
It's banter if you take Iron Door and Solus out, but he'll remark on how he knows that Solus is lying. He'll do the same to Blackwall, I think.
Almost beats dancing.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, they play chess in their heads.
Dorks!
You say dorks, that's one thing I could imagine Wolfie and Jason doing.
Yeah, Jason's not going to do that, he's not that much of a loser.
Wolfie is.
Yeah, I'm not denying that. I'm not even sure Jason knows how to play chess.
Everyone knows how to play chess.
I don't. But I'm not good at numbers.
If you know how the
If
pieces
you know all the
move, you know
pieces
how to play
move,
chess.
you'd know how to play chess.
No problem.
No, I've buggered this thread up.
Well, it does bother me when people are like, chess is about battles. Chess is clearly about court intrigue. How many battles have you been in where bishops and queens have been fighting? None, because they don't.
You know that bishops used to, like, go into battle, right? Like, this is a thing
How
that,
many
this is why
battles have you
maces...
been in, personally, where bishops and queens have been fighting? None. You might have been in a
How
battle
many-
where queens have been fighting because Queen Elizabeth, is badass. But there ain't no Lord Spiritual taken to a field.
That's true. Yeah, but this is why maces exist. It's designed so that, like, members of the clergy can fight without drawing blood.
That's a terrible slander.
Um,
Dear Reverend Rowan Williams, Reese says that you beat people with a mace.
I feel like I'm being ratted out to
advice.
Father Christmas.
oh, I just got a
Also,
note.
she said when she was 10 that Father Christmas doesn't exist. How could she be so cruel to you, Reverend?
I just got a note
Also,
saying I
she
know.
said when she was 7 that you didn't exist, which is odd because you're like head of the Church of... Well, you were like head of the Church of England. Please come back. I don't like Justin Welby.
Yeah, I don't like Justin Welby either.
Place I can test this?
She doesn't either.
Good fight.
Yours, lovingly, Douglas,
Shield at 66%.
the Dugalster. Murphy.
Speaking of the clergy, help me decide if Jack should be Protestant or Catholic.
Catholic. More interesting.
Alright. No, because his family's a bit at him.
Yeah.
Although I'm also imagining when he's like, no, I'm in the they put me in the division where we fight elves now, and they'd be like, oh, okay, that excuses it.
Wolfie, meanwhile, is probably like Catholic alongside being like a practicing worshipper of Ainu deities.
Yeah, Catholicism kind of meshes well with a lot of these things, like Santeria, I think, is another one of those.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why it annoys me when people go, nearly everyone in Japan is religious according to census data. Because you know what the last census on religion found in Japan? It found that 600% of Japanese people were religious. Because what was happening was they were sending the census out, and then people were ticking every box.
Oh!
Including atheists.
No! No! Oh!
Because Japan doesn't have the same approach to religion that other places do.
I would thought, like, the thing about the Japanese as a whole is that they're all vaguely Shinto.
Yeah, like they're all vaguely Shinto, and they're all vaguely Buddhist, and they're predominantly also atheists, and a lot of them are also varying shades of Christian. And for many of them, they're all these things simultaneously. Because religion is more viewed as a collection of symbols that encourage like community cohesion, without necessarily a requirement for belief attached to it.
This is one of the things, is that religions with one god tend to behave differently than religions with multiple gods.
Yeah.
Okay. That was better.
And if Wolfie ever ends up talking to like a really devout Christian, he can at least feel, at least my gods prove that they exist.
Reinforcements engaged.
Go watch a David Attenborough documentary.
Isn't Jason going, that's because your gods are technically wolves.
Shut it down.
My gods are bears.
Oh, sorry, bears. Oh, my mistake. But I mostly do Western philosophy, don't hold this against me.
I will hold something against you. Like
Sorry, what was
this
that? You
cushion.
actually... Oh.
Whispering platonically.
Do you like that line where Jason was just like, are you going to suddenly go, this is a stoic?
Yeah.
One of my better jokes, I feel.
In order to use this element, you will need to manually alter your power.
Manually?
Yes. I have created this tutorial message to explain how to do so.
Well, that's handy.
Okay, people keep photoshopping shark into like images of streets hit with hurricanes, and somebody has just added, a shark has been in every major hurricane and flood for 5 years. How does he not have a job as a field reporter?
Reblog if you can.
Yeah.
Is it on Tumblr? Assume it is.
It is, it is.
Okay.
Alright, reblock. Alright, that's reblocked.
Thank you.
Time to start editing this trail start.
So, the
72.
Avalon division, they're going to be calling them the Evernuris. We all decided on that? We all think that's fair?
It would. I assume they've... Some of the people they've saved have told them who their masters are.
Yeah. Yeah, so Jack's not going to be like, it's an elf. He's going to be like, it's one of the Evernuris, I'm telling you. One of your Dalish gods did this.
But he wouldn't. Would he know about? Well, of course.
They'd probably work it out pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because one of the things they're going to do is get Llewellyn to describe the entire Elven pantheon to them.
Yeah,
and they're going to match them up to the ever nearest that they're in contact with.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, oh, this Ben Harel's probably some kind of later edition. Probably just some guy. And then like, it was going to be like, fuck. And then Llewellyn's going to be like, give me a 20. And he'll be like, oh, God damn it.
This is my town.
Doug, I kind of need to use some kind of have Solus justify his reasons for being with the Inquisition.
When people ask him if he's with the Inquisition, he always says he wants to close the big skyhole, doesn't he?
Maintenance shield at 50%.
It's kind of, I live here.
I want to help.
It's like, what do you want? What do you want to save the galaxy? I'm one of the idiots who lives in it.
Okay.
It's part of the reason why somebody's sister or girlfriend or whatever being kidnapped at the beginning of a game is such a cliche, because strictly speaking, there shouldn't need to be another reason for them to get involved.
I'm still the best.
Yeah. Well, usually that's like an excuse for them to get out of their small village and find like the wider world at war, isn't it?
Want to blow up?
Because they're meant to be from like idyllic villages which are cut off from the story, so that the story can then be explained to them.
Better. I'm sorry, I was having a very hard time blowing something up.
I'm just trying to remember the beginning of Breath of Fire where that's not true. That's the other version where your hometown gets destroyed at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, those two versions are essentially soft sell and hard sell.
I mean, yeah, his sister does go missing, but it's because she decided to go with them.
Yeah.
But he knew about the war. I was, like, now I'm thinking about it, I'm a bit confused as to why the Dark Dragon clan never came and finished the rest of the village off while you were away.
Yeah. Also, this has just made me realise at the start of Final Fantasy 15, it's essentially the doomed hometown cliche, just on a gigantic scale.
Which Final Fantasy?
15.
Oh.
Because it starts off with the capital city of Lucis being trashed by monsters and then occupied.
15, that's the one with Noctis?
Yeah. The prompter, the guy who looks like the guy from the Sunstrike Project.
Oh.
According to me and no one else.
I really like the video where they freeze the lake and then Marlboro just goes ballistic.
I love the way the Marlboro looks around trying to find them.
What happened?
That's so cute.
Who did that?
15 is a really good, if you know, incomplete game. One day I hope it is completed so I can play it again. I'll probably play it again anyway at some point, but one day I hope it is completed.
Should Jack have a dog?
He sounds like a dog person.
That's because we've decided he's an Irish wolfhound. The same way Jenny's a British bulldog, an English bulldog, he's an Irish wolfhound.
And again, does the life of a spy really allow for pets?
He's not really a spy anymore.
Spaghetti.
Does Jack's family know about his job?
Yeah, and they're really angry at him.
Aw.
Because he's a Northern Irish Catholic, and he's a member of the British Secret Service.
Oh, so they don't have a problem with him being in a
The elf thing is fine. The working with the British Secret Service isn't.
Well, you see, I was wondering about that. For some reason, I can just imagine him justifying it. This is a real position! Just because nothing has happened in 900 years doesn't...
It's only been 400.
400. Sorry.
Didn't you say, Doug, didn't you say the other day that there's been other breaches and rifts, just not as many and not as big?
In Origins.
Yeah, there was one in Origins. Well, I said one in Origins, but all localized in one place, not very big.
Yeah, we could have had, there could have been something happening, like, I don't know, 2 months ago. And they were like, shit, we better step up thingy, and then Jenny gets kidnapped, and that's why Jack's like, no, we should have saved her. No. Should have been me. But Barnaby's like, oh.
Stuff is happening! Yay!
You're like the only person who's managed to get this woman to talk. You think it's your Irish charm?
Does Llewellyn get sent home, though? Or does she stay?
No, at the end of...
Yeah.
She's probably going to end up staying because she's not given the opportunity to get back.
Aw.
They're still working on a solution when Jenny shows back up, and that's just Solar shoving her through a hole in the world.
Bye!
So the best that's going to happen is Llewellyn's going to see Solar shoving her through a hole. Or more likely, like, somebody's going to describe him, and they're going to be like... And they're going to like, does he look like this man? And they take a picture from Jenny's phone and show it to the witness, and like, oh yeah, that's exactly him!
Yeah, purchase clothing. Yeah, okay.
Shit.
You know, if Jack was the Inquisitor instead of Jenny, well, one, Jenny wouldn't be involved in the story at all, which is no, she's staying. He'd probably do exactly the same thing she did and side with the mages.
They are more sympathetic.
Well, yeah, because the first time you meet Fiona, she hasn't punched an old woman in the face. Can you turn the boob jiggles on and off?
No, but I can make her her tits bigger.
I just would like it if you had, like, there's somewhere in the game options, there's like a bra and a no bra options.
I'm not entirely sure if the game takes that into account. No, think about it. I don't.
It would be kind of cool though, wouldn't it? See, I don't mind the boob physics in this game, but I do mind it in other stuff, like fighting games. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I think they're okay in Saints Row because they're not so, I don't know, obvious.
Because no, it's fine. It could be more obvious and it would still be fine. It's fine in Saints Row because Saints Row is not expecting you to take it at all seriously.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the reason why, like, the weird outfits in Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, like, before the reboot, they were fine as well, because are you actually expecting me to take this seriously? Is there a character called Donna in Devil May Cry?
Donna?
Don't think so.
Good. It's just because there's this character in the wider mythos of like Inferno, and it's just she's called La Donna della Finestra. She's just a lady who is in a window who smiled at Dante. That's it. That's all she does. There's paintings of her and everything. There's like a half-finished one in the museum. That's the one from the fic with the woman with the unfinished painting of a woman whose face Solus feels like he's seen like 4 times since he got there.
I meant to ask
Dante,
what
you
I was.
fucking loser.
Yeah, and then Rossetti painted a picture of her. So there's this theory that it's really meaningful from a biographical standpoint that Jane Morris was used as a model for La Donna della Finestra because Rossetti's wife was who he painted as Beatrice, and the lady in the window gave Dante Alighieri the strength to move on. So it's supposed to be like meaningful and shit. But yeah, that's apparently he's been planning this series of paintings for years. So bullshit. Also, I wouldn't put it past him to claim that himself. Because if there's one thing you need to know about Dante Gabriel Rossetti is that he's as much of a dick as Dante Alighieri was. Okay. Just better with a paintbrush. I'm pretty sure he dug up
Dante
his wife.
Alighieri would stab you and call you a drunken sport.
I'm pretty sure Rossetti had his dead wife dug up so he could get some poetry he buried with her back.
What?
Like, he romantically buried it with her and then he wanted it back later. Like, you've had it long enough.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I think I heard that from you actually.
Yeah, probably, and I did it from Anna.
Okay.
Yeah, the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood kind of dicks.
The pre-Raphaelites, they were the ones who wanted things to be brighter or
yes, lighter.
Lighter, yeah.
Because they're meant to be like pre-Raphael. Is the logic.
Okay.
So you come for the shipping and then you stay for the interesting art knowledge. That's not my fix are.
I think I just had a shitty idea.
Oh, tell us, tell us.
Okay, so you know how like Professor James Moriarty in Sherlock Holmes is clearly meant to be Irish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, given what comic book universes often have Sherlock Holmes and Watson and Moriarty having been real people, and I'm just going, is Wolfie descended on his father's side from James Moriarty? Is James Moriarty going to be raised from the dead at one point, and Wolfie's just going to be like, Grandpa Jimmy?
Yes.
Reese just silent there, like, I can't believe you would cast aspersions on the name of Grandpa Jimmy like that.
I am not related to James Moriarty. Now you're making me think, oh my god, in the fictionalized version of my grandfather's life, Moriarty would clearly be his father. God, what if I am related to the real life James Moriarty? If there is such a man. Oh, I'm starting to think as well, like, because I'm going to definitely have it be in TDAF that, the Evanuris and, fuck it, maybe even some of the lower class elves did kidnap people a lot. I'm wondering if, humans in Thedas are actually partially, maybe not universally, but partially descended from Terrans.
Oh. wouldn't you run into the problem that there wouldn't be that much difference between Jenny and the others? I remember you.
The physical differences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Well, the thing
Hang
is,
on.
isn't it? We've. Oh.
Someone recap the conversation from when Glowy was like, "Yes, you should do that," to me, because my capture card cut out at that point.
Okay, so I was thinking that it's definitely a thing in TDAF that the Evanurus and maybe even some local did kidnap people a lot. So should humans in Thedas be partially descended? Not even universally, but some of them are descended from Terrans. And then Glowy raised the point of, wouldn't that undermine the physical differences between Jenny and the others?
Oh.
There's that. So didn't humans only show up in Thedas after the veil went up?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's why the elves have that whole myth about how they caught mortality from humans.
Yeah, but they definitely took Terrans. It's part of the backstory now.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Thedas is a continent, not a world. So these Terrans could have ran away from Thedas.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, they could have.
Or they became
Ran to
Tevinter.
Parvolin.
Maybe they became Tevinter.
Oh, right, maybe. Speaking of, what do you think of the Moriarty idea?
Yeah, it's cool, but did you miss my entire thing about my... Stop. In the fictionalized version of my granddad's life, his father would be James Moriarty.
I did miss that. But that is true.
Are you up on the whole fictionalized version of my grandfather's life thing? So,
I remember some of it. It's he was a spy.
Yeah, he didn't talk a lot about his past, so my mum was starting to wonder if he was a spy, and it turned out no, he was just an orphan. So the fictionalized version is that he was a spy, but for who and for what reasons we don't know.
Yeah, I do remember that. I thought it was very, very funny. There.
Maybe all the humans, maybe all the Terrans just got like bred into the elven population.
I might.
Maybe.
But I think mostly they ended up getting just dumped back when the kidnappers got bored of them.
Why don't you take a car there and customize it or something?
Or they were Lancelot and were sent home because, you know, Mythal.
Would they dump them back if they got bored with them? I think they were more the type to simply work them to death.
Yeah, but...
It's mine.
When they kidnap them, it's not like... It's not... It's more as a novelty item.
Rather than as a slave workforce, which they just use other elves for.
Yeah. But it's... Remember in the fic, it's the Terrans were used as toys and the Dalish as slaves.
Ah, okay. Ah! Okay, that makes sense. I'm tired of this thing. Just tosses it out.
But yeah, there should totally be like... I should totally make up like a line of... like lords or some shit who's definitely descended from an Evanurus in Terra. I need to decide which one.
I vote for London. He was an asshole. We're all assholes, but Solar seems to have a special place in his heart for London's assholery.
I don't really understand what you mean by that. Like, do you mean like he liked him, or like he even Solus thinks this guy was an asshole?
Well, I mean, Solus thinks we're all assholes, but he seems to think that Valentine is especially an asshole.
Okay, that's what I thought you might mean.
Yeah. Like, he tells a story in the If You Take Him Wrong for Jaws of Hakon about how Valentine started conquering other places because he wanted more worshippers.
Wasn't that in the Temple of My Fall? I think it's that. I think that's.
Might have been.
I think that's in the Temple of My Fall. It's when you show up and see the murals on the walls. He he starts telling you all the stuff about them.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, it started brutal wars to gain more followers, and Mythal had to rally the other gods to attack him in his own temple. You can have your Inquisitor be like, why didn't we just kill him? And so this will be like, it's pretty difficult to kill an elven god, blah. Blah.
Really? You get knocked out all the fucking time.
That's because he's weak.
So it's just like, but did I die?
I don't know.
I think you didn't die because I gave you first aid, you fucking twat.
I don't know. I kind of stopped that by pulling you away from the bear when it was trying to eat you.
So yeah, should my antagonist in the Llewellyn view be one of these descendants of Valentine?
They could be.
Yeah, works for me.
And Jack's just descended from some random elf who managed to escape into Terra.
Always happy to show off.
Unless he's also descended from an Evanurus, that would also be kind of cool. That might explain, if he's descended from somebody special, that might explain why he got dragged out of regular Secret Service work to work in the elf department.
Who would that be, though? Maybe, what's her name? The one who went crazy? Andril?
Oh, Andor, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, went crazy / definitely contracted the blight. Not fooling anyone, Andor.
I've read a post, and I'm really not sure if it was is actually in the if it's actually a real thing. But Andril gets really pissed off with Solas at one point, and she captures him. And
oh yeah,
she says to make up for it, he has to share her bed for some time. I'm not entirely sure, but it was really just
he has to be her bed slave.
Yes. It's just I can't remember if that was actually real.
No, that is real.
Oh no!
I'm gonna find it now.
Yes,
Oh, God,
please.
why?
I'm sorry. I can't believe that's actually real. I thought it was something they wrote. I thought it was fan fiction. Oh, no. Let me in. God damn it.
Please put all weapons away while in the store.
No.
In the story, Fenhero was captured by the capture card's still working. In the story, Fenhero was captured by the hunting goddess Andrul. He had angered her by hunting Halla without her blessing, and she tied him to a tree and declared that he would have to serve in her bed for a year and a day to pay her back. As she made camp that night, the dark god Anaris found them, and Anaris swore that he would kill Fenhero for crimes against the Forgotten Ones. Andrew and Anaris decided they would duel for the right to claim Fenhero. He called out to Anaris during the fight and told him of a flaw in Andrew's armor just above the hip. And Anaris stabbed Andrew in the side and she fell. Then Fenhero told Anaris that he owed the Dread Wolf for the victory in order to get his freedom. Anaris was still affronted by Fenhero's audacity, but he turned and shouted insults at the prisoner, and so he did not see Andrew, injured but alive, rise behind him and attack with her great bow. Anaris fell with a golden arrow in his back, badly injured, and while both gods slumbered to heal their wounds, Fenhero chewed through his ropes and escaped.
That is more fantastic
Also,
than I remember.
making this even better, this is not a widely known myth. This is a myth that Feather-san, who remember is Solus's best friend, was telling Brianna. This is Feather-san sharing like an embarrassing story about his bro.
Oh no. Oh no, I remember I actually tried looking up fanfiction with those two because there has to be someone somewhere who's actually taken this and made it possible. Can you make a post about that and reblog so I can reblog it? I want that on my new blog.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
I'm just looking up some of the other stories.
So the AI wants a body, and he won't help me break into other simulations till he gets one. Any suggestions?
The Zin have almost everything in the simulation locked tight, but there is something you can use. A control and interface device.
Sounds good. Are they hard to get?
You're in luck. The Zin have a bunch of trees.
Remember, not all of the Evanurus are going to predate the Veil, so...
We should really make some kind of list over who was absolutely
Defo there.
present. Yeah.
Who's the idiot who gave the game away to D? Well, I don't really think they managed to get out of this alive, or at least they're probably trapped somewhere really unpleasant. Because they lost the other Evanurus, their favourite toy.
What did you do? You know what? You should make that Jun. Junei? I think Junei. He's really unknown. Ah! There's nearly no details on what he was or what he did. You could make that him. I'm being rammed by a taxi. What's going on?
I wonder if Feather-san, after telling that story to Brianna, just met up with Solus in the Fade and was like, you'll never guess what story I was telling to Brianna. Solus was just like, oh god, is it the one about Andrew trying to fuck me? So I was just like, yeah, dwa.
The real reason why Solus had him killed. You killed your best friend because of a fuck story? You don't understand. Am I so... Okay. I'm not being chased by a taxi. Ah, no! No!
I should get some new
your attempt at stopping me is futile.
Tanning is.
Let them have it. I'll just find you later. Oh man, I gotta trade this in for a bus pass.
I'm gonna go get some tea. I'll be back soon.
Okie dokie. June is the elder master of craft. He is very described either brother to Anuel or Celise,
Go back to that first
or as
hotspot you
Celise's
took down.
husband.
You
He
can get a CID
taught the
there.
elves
Just
how
shoot 'em
to
and loot
make
'em, huh?
bows,
Sure.
arrows, and
Go
knives
with
to
it.
hunt,
Just get one and take it to a safe
and
spot.
Ril's gifts.
You don't want to deal with Zin while trying to hack that device.
I would make
Wonder,
June the one
is
who
there some
fucked
way
up
to get
things
this
up for
AI
him.
a body in the real world too?
At this point, the AI is purely
Yeah,
information.
yeah.
He's entirely digital. You could download him to your phone if you wanted. Why? Does he want a body?
Well, the alternative is staying trapped in the simulation, so...
Alright, I'll put that on
Check the ship
Tumblr.
for a suitable shell
Thank
just
you.
in case.
God, I'm so.
I've been meaning to ask, when is Sola supposed to have killed Farah-san? Is that how you pronounce it?
A little while before the events of
Along
Inquisition.
with the CIDs, Zen are transporting a prototype for a contained force recursive feedback projector.
Kenzie, sometimes I swear you make this stuff up as you go.
I'm gonna check exactly when the
Imagine a
Stolen
gun
Throne takes
that fires
place.
a bullet that bounces from one target to another to another to another like a pinball racking up 1 billion points.
Oh.
Be careful not to damage all the
Might
CIDs.
actually even
I don't
be
know when
due
or if we'll get another chance to get one of these.
Inquisition.
Yeah, relax, I
Inquisition.
got this. Always feels good to kick ass.
Saints Row 4B less glitchy?
Which CID should I take?
It doesn't matter, just pick one.
Ah, fuck!
What did you do?
I touched it!
Well, touch it different next time.
Farah-san?
Jesus, Kenzie! Don't pin this on me.
Yeah, I'm just looking at when the Stolen Throne takes place.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Possible that Sellers might not have even woken up by that point, because they only meet in the Fade.
How far do I need to go?
Just away from the Zin. Pick someplace they won't find you.
How quick can we get this thing rewired?
I won't know until I crack open the device and see how it ticks.
Because I'm saving a video, my computer's moving very slowly.
Okay, how about this spot?
Keep an eye out while I work on this. I guarantee the Zin have a way of finding these devices remotely.
Looks like they found us.
Don't let them take the CID.
Work fast. Was it too much for you?
Okay, so it's set in 940 think that would be roundabout when the conclave is happening.
Ah.
Oh, hey! I found the tracking device.
Just get it done.
Would you like to take over? I could shoot aliens for a while.
That wouldn't go so well for you.
Doesn't all three main games actually
Kinsey, tell me you're
take
close.
place
Almost done.
remarkably fast after each other?
They do.
Hold on.
I mean, Dragon Age 2
Little bit more.
takes place
Okay.
almost in
CID
the
is
same
tracking
space
through for upload.
as
Inputting the AI code.
the original one did.
Terrific. How long till the upload is over?
Yeah, the first Dragon Age is not in 931 Dragon, which is also when Dragon Age 2 starts.
Yeah.
Dragon Age 2 ends in 937 Dragon, so about 6 years later.
Oh.
And then
Well, Sid download faster.
Inquisition is 941. So far they take place over about 12 years, and most of those years are Dragon Age 2.
Once Sid's online, how long till we can use him to get my crew back?
Well, assuming the AI wasn't lying, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't be able to get right to it. Speaking of which, who do you want to grab first? Pierce? Jondi?
We're gonna need Matt.
Miller? Oh my god, why?
Matt's really changed, you know? Joined MI6, helped us with Cyrus Temple. You can be a useful guy.
Useful?
You got so much on your plate, Kinsey. With all this cyber shit to do, I figure you can use the help.
I'm doing just fine without Matt Miller. Thank you.
2 heads are better than 1, Kinsey. My choice is made. That has to be embarrassing. Flip on the switch, and all set.
Excellent.
How much longer? Kinsey, you okay?
That's just part of the process.
There's a potty mouth part of the process?
The full download should only take about 16 minutes.
Can you do anything to make it go faster?
I'll see what I can find. There might be additional access points we can use to increase the bandwidth.
It's so tempting to just save it in my Warden's version of events. Instead of Justice taking up residence in Anders' body, he takes up residence in the Warden's body.
Oh? Why does that end up happening?
Why would you want to take...
Why does that end up happening?
Justice just swaps bodies, doesn't he? Can't go back to a fade easily, so... And he's inhabiting a corpse. So eventually Anders lets him possess him, but I feel like my Warden would offer, and you know, better option than Anders, less stupid hair.
You're probably prettier too. Hello. Where are you? There you are.
I'd say, would this make things go wildly AU when Anders wouldn't blow up the Chantry? That Anders probably would blow up the Chantry.
I think he would.
Yeah.
Can't work it into TDAF though. I need Justice in Anders.
Yeah.
Personality transfer at 31%.
I found an access point that can help speed this along. Get to it and activate it.
He might still get co-opted into vengeance. But a softer vengeance. A less slicey vengeance. Purely because I like the recurring
not vengeance, but
duality of justice
retribution.
and vengeance. Oh, yeah. I
It will
just
rise
like
in
how
minutes.
that's a recurring parallel in Dragon Age games. Because you get that with Elganon and Mythal too. For Armor, you get it with Maycam and Drafto.
Okay, I'm at the second one. Now both the access points are online. Is the download any better?
Much faster. Much too fast. Too fast! Sid is overloading.
Overloading?
Overheating! Get to him and cool him down!
Now, you basically get it with Mythal and Mythal, since Mythal starts off as the goddess of justice, and then by the time you see her in the Inquisition, she's like, I will have my revenge for how I have suffered, for how the world has suffered.
Yeah, I think that's
Still think I'm just a pretty face.
that stuck with
And
me.
the Inquisitors. Yeah, the Inquisitor's just like, no one forced you to play Fate Extella, Mythal.
Murder.
When Solo shows up at the end and Mythal is just like, you should not have tried to maim Gawain, Solus. I know. But the people, they needed someone who was sensibly dressed.
I hate these murder bots.
We can
Stop
get
it!
Sid a murder bot instead.
Do you really want to give some rogue AI an exoskeleton equipped with a complement of weapons and a history of violence?
Probably not.
Besides, I already found a real CID body for him on the ship. So, you know, synchronicity.
Where
Oh my
is it?
god, why does this hurt so much?
I don't know, Sid. I don't know why this hurts so much.
That went well.
Personality
Ah!
at 74%.
Ah! I hate these things. Ow.
Data bottleneck encountered.
Why are you running back and forth?
Because I know that they're coming in waves.
It's full of stars.
And they tend to come from different sides.
Couldn't last any longer than that.
Download complete. Alright, time to kill us some aliens.
Oh god, I'm gonna regret getting Sid a real body, aren't I?
Oh, Sid. You say the nicest things. Well, shit. Just when things were going so well. Kinsey?
Take him down and I should be able to transfer some of his powers to you.
So I'm totally thinking that the Inquisition's like spins the fact that Jenny is functionally a heretic as, oh, it's just Andraste's innocent. Chosen to judge the world.
That would actually work.
Glad that's over.
on on the other hand, that kind of has to hurt because
in my brain.
it would be her picking somebody
Welcome
who's
to being able to move things with your mind.
picking somebody from another world and completely just dismissing everybody else. Like, nope, you won't do.
This is what they've got to work with.
I know, and I think it's hilarious.
Guessing I want what's inside this thing?
Yeah. It has more clusters in it. Pick it up with your mind and smash it open.
For some reason, this is making me want to play Psychonauts.
Okay, now use that power to throw things at the warden and take down his shields.
I should totally have Jack just like move into HQ.
Nice job. I'm sure you'll have
So
plenty
Israel
of
shows
to
up.
visit.
So she's not all by herself in there at night. Would it be too cheap to have a current director of the Avalon division be one of these descendants of Thingy-Majig?
Yeah, I think you should maybe just have him be completely normal.
Yeah, I think he'll just be completely normal, going, "Ugh."
Why am I here? Nothing ever happens here. And finally something happens.
This was meant to be semi-retirement, and then what happened? Fucking curtain breaks. I was just meant to be hanging around until this fucking Lowell character was capable of taking over.
But the one who just retired,
Barnaby.
He comes back, doesn't he?
Yeah, he comes back because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I can just see the current one just going, nothing is supposed to happen here, and suddenly curtain breaks, and then Barnaby comes in. I'm back. This is my post again. Trunk. What?
Like, it's more like he just shows up and starts doing his job, his old job again, and then like, Derek shows up and he's like, remember, the book ultimately stops with me. And Barnaby's like, yeah, sure, whatever you want, mate.
Wait, you retired 2 months ago. Yeah, I know. Why are you back? What do you
I need
think?
to decide how consistent the difference in time between Thedas and Terra is.
In my fic, Rez is gone from his planet 6 or 10 hours. That's how fucked up time is for there. But he's on fetus for 61 years. Because he gets bogged down with the things to do.
He does all the side quests and the hinterlands.
Yes!
Brilliant crossover fake idea. Monokuma becomes the Inquisitor.
No!
Sitting on the throne just like, this is troubling!
No! He starts every single sit in judgment with that. This is troubling!
After every story mission, the Inquisition has to have an Inquisition trial where they figure out who murdered one of the other members of the Inquisition, and then Monokuma kills them in a creative way.
Oh no!
That just makes me think it would be like Danganronpa 2 style, and Solus is Nagito.
God damn it, Nagito. I mean, Steve. God damn it, Steve. Steve H. Komayeda of his delicious jelly-filled donuts.
Who's Nagito again? I'm not that familiar with the people in
Have you been watching another episode?
No.
Oh, because I was just gonna eat a servant guy. That's Nagito.
Have you watched Madanganronpa 2 Let's Play? He's in that too, he's the one with white hair.
I tried to watch the second game, but something about the design of the main character bothered me really much. It bothered me a lot. I mean, and I just
too spiky. Not spiky enough.
No, it's his limbs. There's just something wrong with them. They're too long and
everyone looks like that.
Yeah,
unless
but
they're really buff.
Yeah, but it's just it was just too much when it came to the main character, and every time you saw him on the
makes sense
overworld, when you have him running.
Oh god, yeah, the way he moves is so weird.
Yes,
it's like those paper doll sections from Alice Madness Returns.
But I really just sat there. I'm so sorry, Doug. I can't watch this. No.
When I saw Danganronpa V3, which should be soon, I might poke you towards watching that. You're like, watch it. It's set in a prison school.
I will try and watch that. I will also try and drag myself through the second game.
To work from inside the simulation. There's several things you can do.
I've done so much Danganronpa now.
Also, it should be able to create an
So much. Danganronpa 2 was my longest Let's Play until Trails of Cold Steel came along.
I'm gonna find a video. I want to show you something, because one of the things we do when we talk about this is that there's this old like Christian children's program from America. And the main character in it, Salty the singing song, but he sounds just like Monokuma.
First thing I need to do is insert a virus.
Speaking of, apparently Danganronpa another episode 2 is being planned.
We're gonna finally get that video game about Sakura.
Maybe. Oh yeah, because that was like.
We were promised.
Yeah, that was briefly shown in Danganronpa 2, wasn't it? And it was weird.
Something in Danganronpa being weird.
Statue?
Yeah, check this out at some point, because that fucking book sounds just like the bear.
I'll have to do that at some point. Oh no. Now I did that thing. Damn it. There. One moment.
Speaking of, in my search for 3DS JRPGs, the only one I found is called Code 7-3 Dragon.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
And like, boy, that's definitely a JRPG name.
Yeah, no Western
That's just
RPG
a
with a name like
meaningless
that.
connection of words.
Could you write that?
Word
Could you
sound.
write that down in chat? Because I heard dragon. And that's all.
Hang on, I'm gonna find like the proper name for it. Like, if Google will load. Code. Oh, okay. No, I got wrong. It's Seventh Dragon. Free code AFD. That means impressively little.
Need some information from the area around Friendly Fire.
Oh.
Hack that and I'll see what data I can collect.
It doesn't sound familiar though.
I've seen it knocking about on Amazon.
Yeah, that's why I found it. I might get it. I do like a good JRPG.
You also seem to like a bad one.
Harsh!
Harshness. To be fair, Kingdom Hearts games aren't bad. They're just
That's not even the game I was thinking of.
stupid. What were you thinking of?
Yes, Reezy.
Final Fantasy 3 is not very good.
Oh!
You bought that for me.
Okay, honestly, I'm just thinking of Fate Extella, but that's not really a JRPG.
No, it's not.
I'll see what I can find out.
Oops.
I did enjoy playing Stellar Glow, even though that has heavy overtones of creepiness to it.
What's that one about?
It's a 3DS kind of strategy RPG a la Fire Emblem, and it's that like you are a conductor, and you have to recruit 4 witches, and also various other people like some knights, and one of the witches comes with a ninja companion. That like every so often you have to go and tune the witches, and that involves like them wearing thin white dresses and making weird orgasmic sounds, and then turn-based battles, and then more weird orgasmic sounds. It's just like, listen, we've all been in a situation where we have to tune someone and they're wearing inappropriate clothing and they're making weird orgasmic sounds. That's just something that happens to all of us. But most of us don't build games around that traumatic childhood experience.
Yeah, you're right, most of us don't do that.
Yeah. Most of us just like quietly forget, or try to forget, that experience ever happened. Because it's awkward. Super awkward.
Stop fighting!
That said, I totally play a gender swap version of that game where you're playing like a young woman. There are like 4 elemental dragons who are all attractive young men. And you have to tune them.
That does sound like a more appetizing, a bit more appetizing. Interesting.
Yeah, because honestly, games that creepily sexualize young women are just passé at this point. To be honest, they're so last season. Speaking of, I'm looking forward to the next episode of Katsugeki Token Randu because I want to see more of my son, Sword Wolfie. He's so sword. Reese knows well my love for Sword Wolfie.
I do. And I like one bit of that where he gets sad that his sword master is just like into guns, and I'm like, yeah, but you're into guns.
But he's so sad because he is Sword.
Yeah, but like the two of them can bond over this. Maybe you should like consider getting upgraded into a sword gun.
No. That's not. No.
Gunblades are a thing. They were a thing for a while. They didn't catch on, obviously, but they did exist.
Ah, yes, during the famous Nomura Shogunate.
One of the rogues in programs is messing with my data collection. Kill the program for me, please.
Used a nut?
I need to get home. I don't want to miss the game.
Wait, what? Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. I forgot about this part.
For some reason, I'm just reminded of that bit from Men in Black where Will Smith's character is like in a like shooting range with a bunch of other people who are being tested to see if they'd make good agents. And like everybody else is just firing at the obvious like big alien bastards, and he shoots once at the little girl, and like the explanation he gives is like, that guy's just blowing his nose, he's sneezing, he's got a cold, that guy's just trying to do some push-ups, pull-ups, and this girl, what the fuck is a little 8-year-old reading theoretical physics textbooks doing out in the middle of the night in the ghetto? What the fuck? There's like suspicious going on there. Which I think is what got him the job.
It is.
Yeah.
Everybody should do this. Seriously.
Also, not surprisingly subtle commentary on 90s race relations and the police. Men in Black is better film than people give it credit for. And people give it a lot of credit for being a good film.
Good film.
Shame Men in Black 2 and Men in Black 3 weren't good.
Yeah.
Men in Black 1 is a classic.
It's really good.
Really good.
I love this.
I'm looking forward to hopefully getting another Kingdom Hearts trailer at the Tokyo Game Show later this month. Maybe we'll see another world.
Maybe you will get a release date.
We have a release window.
Yeah, but we don't have a date. Do we?
Yeah, I'm going to assume it's going to be late 2018. Like December or some shit.
And then it's going to be late 2019.
Wouldn't surprise me if they can't delay it anymore,
City needs some serious remodeling.
given what happened with Final Fantasy 15.
How the hell does Nomura still have work?
I don't understand
How
that
the
either.
hell does he still have work?
This would be the, if they can't delay it anymore, this would be the second time he's fucked around with deadlines to such a point that they've had to put out a product without it really being finished.
Yeah, but if they were running up on the end of their contract for Final Fantasy 15, then they must be running up on the end of their contract for Kingdom Hearts 3. They started development at fairly similar times. Sony's patience is not limitless. Disney's patience certainly isn't.
I'm actually starting to wonder if we're going to get to the point where Sony's just going to just tell Square that if they want to have like their games on the system anymore, they're going to have to just stop using Nomura because he's so unreliable. That's what I'd do. If I was Disney, I'd tell them that they have to remove him from these projects because Jesus fucking Christ.
I suspect after Kingdom Hearts 3, he'll be quietly taken off Kingdom Hearts.
I hope somebody else takes over. I'd like to see more Final Fantasy characters and things.
If someone takes over, it'll probably be Taiyasu.
I just had a thought of like the worst possible project ever. Tetsuya Nomura and Stephen Moffat working together.
Oh god, no.
What has he
I'm
done?
not doing that. Oh, Stephen Moffat.
Yeah, no, oh, yeah, but yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
can you imagine those two working
No.
together? Can you imagine the clusterfuck?
No, let's not do that, ever! Ah!
Stephen Moffat's Kingdom Hearts.
Does he still get work, or has he been kind of shoved away from anything?
He's working on like a sexified Sherlock-ish version of Dracula right now.
One more time? What? I'm asking because I cannot believe what I heard.
It will be an experience, that's for sure. Specifically, it'll probably be exactly the same experience as Sherlock, only with more
Remember
fangs.
that time you had to outrun those protesters in Boise? It's kind of like that.
Oh no. No, no.
Do you know what the coon reminds me of?
What?
Plato's Republic.
Yeah, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if it was based on Plato's Republic.
Shame Jenny doesn't know much about politics, otherwise she'd probably just go... to be honest, Bull, mate, it just sounds like you're reciting Plato's Republic to me. Why would you ever do that to yourselves?
Jason just holding Wolfie back. Don't get into a fight with him. And also something about gold and silver. So Jason just slowly lets go of Wolfie.
I think Jason would just fight Iron Bull himself. Can you imagine that fight? It would be amazing.
What? There's no way Iron Bull would win that fight, though.
Yeah, I
He might win
know.
against Wolfie.
He's not going to win against Jason.
You're never gonna catch me.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why Wolfie's never going to get into a fight with Jason. It just wouldn't be sporting.
Why? Because he knows he's lose.
Yeah, there's no sport in a fight you know you're going to lose.
I mean, there's one way for him to win, surefire, but it's not very, you know, sportsmanlike.
What, just being like, I bought you this ring, Jason, and punching him while he's distracted. So I'm not sure that
I
would
was
work
thinking
either.
more, biting him on the neck and then pinning him.
Yeah.
That would work.
I bought you this ring, Jason. Bites him. Plato would be the worst video game developer.
Plato?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Plato. We're talking about his, exactly who you think we're talking about.
I had to be sure.
Can't wait
A
to get home.
philosopher?
I wrote an essay on him once.
Why would he be a bad game developer? Developer.
Well, like, his video games would definitely have some kind of grading system, which are never great. And there'd be like 20-minute cutscenes in which his self-insert OC, Plato, would talk to like famous philosophers.
What about the guy that wrote the Divine Comedy? Wouldn't he be just as bad?
Well, we already
Dante.
know what a video game made by him would be like, because of course he directed Dante's Inferno 2010.
I knew it.
And as you might expect for a game directed by a medieval poet, it was basically just God of War.
And he
shit.
cast himself as a crusader instead of just a poet.
Yeah.
And he made Cleopatra shoot demons out of her nipples.
Yeah, I always thought that was a really weird thing. I remember fighting her and I was just going, why? Why? Why is this a thing?
Okay, this is it. One more
Yeah.
file to insert into the system and the area will work nicely. Just keep things safe while I upload.
This is my town.
Oh, speaking of, Izzy, have you asked your mother if I can come around on Monday, or am I just going to show up and be like, surprise, motherfucker?
She's been asking me about firming up our plans for like the last 3 days, so promotion is like implied. I just need to like
Inform her of it, yeah.
yeah.
Deliver a letter to her. Like beautiful cursive handwriting.
Harriet, did you write this? Yes, that explains why I can't read it.
I'm surprised you ain't asked me sooner.
Done. I think that should work. Stop by and I'll give you that upgrade I mentioned.
Tanning is so expensive.
Here's a query. Should I finish Kingdom Hearts 2 before I start on .hackgu last recode?
Remember when Pierce got in a fight with that reporter?
Because actually, it probably won't take that much longer to finish Kingdom Hearts 2.
I think you should.
Yeah, don't make my
Yeah.
mistake.
It's probably only going to take like 3 or 4 more parts to get it over and done with.
Not that long a game, is it?
It's a fairly long game, but I mean, Birth by Sleep is also a fairly long game, and that only took 6 parts.
That's true. We were going like at least 3 hours per part.
Yeah, and they're not like Dragon Age Inquisition or Horizon Zero Dawn, where there are side quests.
That's true.
You know, you've got a storyline and you stick to it. Like, if we were only doing the story missions on Dragon Age Inquisition, I mean, we'd probably still have exactly as many parts as we do have, but most of them would just be us dying.
2 bears!
We haven't leveled up enough.
You know, I think I tried looking up speedruns of Inquisition at one point, and I couldn't actually find anything.
Apparently it's possible to speedrun Fate Extella in 10 hours if you skip all the story cutscenes, but it takes 30 hours if you don't, and that describes the game quite well, I think. Fate Extella, come for a hack and slash action, stay forever because it won't let you save until you've gotten another interminable cutscene out of the way.
Yep. People get Final Fantasy flack for its cutscenes, but Jesus fucking Christ, Fate Extella is taking the goddamn cake. Didn't just take the entire cake, it took the entire fucking buffet.
Also, you know what else makes Nero's design really annoying?
How un-Roman it looks.
Well, yes, we said about like Kinoko Nasu isn't. A lot of his male characters are quite well designed, but some of his female characters are too. Hang on, I'm going to find Mordred, because Mordred has a great design.
Why is Mordred a girl?
Sometimes people are girls.
Stop gender bending people for no goddamn reason.
King Arthur's also a girl. So is Morgan Le Fay.
How did you get Mordred then? If King Arthur and Morgan Le Fay are both girls, how the hell did...
I don't understand that either. But
that's not how sexual reproduction works.
Oh, this is always my favorite part.
Who are Mordred's parents again?
Mordred's parents
Mordred has a great design.
Mordred's parents are either King Arthur and Morgause, his older sister, or King Arthur and Morgan Le Fay, his other sister, his other older sister. He's got 3.
Oh dear. I don't think I've ever heard that part.
Yeah, Mordred's a child of incest.
I knew he was, but I never heard he was between those two.
I love this.
Yeah, that's like a fine design for gender bent Mordred, and yet we're stuck here with like Nero's shitty and also somehow incredibly generic design.
I hate saying this, but the thing that is most standoutish about Nero's design is her tits.
It's clearly intentional.
Yeah, but they're so pushed. They're always there, and they're so pushed so long forwards. It's just so.
I'm getting emotional here, and that emotion is ass kicking.
It really is a terrible design. Like, why would you even bother putting Nero into your game if they don't like? They're not designed in any kind of Roman-y way, and they don't act like Nero or any Roman emperor.
I would, and I don't understand why, like, her main weapon isn't a fucking fiddle.
There's no way to fight a lady.
Yeah.
Like, if she used the power of music...
mixing this shit up.
Yeah. I could really go for a game where you play, where there's a Nero-based character who's like an attractive Bishonen, who uses a violin as his primary weapon, and he has a fire theme.
I mean, I am kind of half-heartedly plotting out what a better version of a thing where you have a bunch of historical figures fighting would be like. So I plot Nero into that, and have him be like an attractive Bishonen who uses a fiddle that manipulates fire.
I need to start drawing again, because I owe you all that. I owe you more work on Leo, and I owe the world that picture of Maleficent and Pete.
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't need that, did you? Still think I'm just a pretty face?
The whole taking historical characters into this kind of a thing, I remember seeing a post on Tumblr where it kind of explained why they did that, and it was because
serious remodeling.
Things like the original sin from religion and all that. It sounds cool if you don't know what it's all about. I just don't know what the post is called anymore.
Yeah, mayhem, baby.
Yeah. So I remember No Lunark of a Fool, which was also an animified historical figures thing, and the plot was incoherent. Like, let's be honest here, but it had a certain amount of respect for the historical figures it was using that Fate doesn't seem to have. Like, there were clever parallels drawn between, like, Akechi Mitsuhide and Judas. And, like, fun little references, and Leonardo da Vinci also being Shakespeare. And he kept offering
Kind of a
people
bit
tarot
fine,
cards.
really, isn't it?
Yeah. And the plotline is all about whether Oda Nobunaga and King Arthur are both vying for like a destiny as the savior king, and King Arthur's like, no, he is the destruction king. And the Knights of the Round Table, who are like Julius Caesar and various other people, are all like, what do you think, Hannibal and Charlemagne, who are a couple?
What? Oh.
And they're just like, je suis désolé.
I'm sorry.
And like, it was stupid that no one knows what French means, child. Even the French are just saying words.
Oh.
Like, it was stupid, but it was fun, and thought had clearly been put into it, and sometimes that thought had then just been thrown out the window. But it felt more respectful than fate. Like, if Elizabeth Bathory had shown up in Nobunaga the Fool, she wouldn't have been an idol, let's put it that way. That's really the sticking point for me. Yes. Yeah, I think the reason Elizabeth Bathory is such a sticking point for me is because you don't need to change her character to make her a larger-than-life like, anime video game character. She's already a serial killer who bathes in blood. Your work is done for you, honestly.
All you've got to do is give her a suitable character design.
Yeah. Like, honestly, fitting her status as being someone who was many years ahead of her time and also a weirdo, she's done the legwork for you already.
Couldn't last any longer than that.
You're good. You're good. You don't need to do any more.
One of Zinyak's lieutenants is hiding as a regular person in the simulation. Take his ass out.
My first car was actually nicer than this one.
Oh, there you are.
That was fun.
You know, when I started TDAF, I was fully aware that Jenny wasn't going to get boned by the wolf, but the lack of smooching is still an issue.
Yeah, it's fine if you can really smooch dive a bird.
Yeah. Smooch the bird.
He's gonna smooch the bird. A lot.
Good.
Who's so what everybody's reaction is going to be when that bit where the thing with Justinia happens and, you know, the character wanders in and they're like, what? Only it's Llewellyn, and then suddenly Jenny shows up and then Llewellyn disappears.
Everybody just turns around and looks at her and says, what happened?
Jenny's like, I don't remember this. Who's that nice looking elf lady?
I can only imagine what we would have gotten up to if we didn't have to work.
And then when you look at the records going, no fucking idea, because you're apparently you're a spy. And I'm like, yes, because they're going to be completely aware. Like, you're Dalish and you're not hiding the fact. How the hell is this supposed to work?
Have you figured out where? Oh no. How she gets there? Does she interact with something that just zaps her there?
With Jenny?
Yeah.
I think she's just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Hmm.
I want you to imagine this target as that security guard who caught you and that reporter in the, well, you remember.
Always happy to show off.
Where do you go? Oh, there you are.
Remember what went down at your first meeting with those lobbyists? I imagine taking out these Zin would be pretty similar.
Good girls kick ass.
Okay.
You're the head of state. You set your own rules. And this simulation is the same way.
Actually, maybe Jenny won't be like anguish when Silas is like, I despise tea. She's gonna be like, who doesn't like tea? What are you, 6? Grow up, man. Not liking tea, a grown man. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I have the plans that Res basically ends up having to medicate with herbs and lots and lots of tea because he's not good at relaxing and just taking it easy. He always has to do something, but he knows he has to calm down. So he finds herbs that are good. So he's in Skyhold. He's
just drowning in chamomile tea.
He is. And he has this massive jug of it, and people just think he thinks he's drinking alcohol all the time, and they ask the bartender, "What is he drinking? I want some of it." "I can't help you there. He's drinking tea." What? It's just.
I wonder where Brad is taking his dinner.
He's just going to look at Solus and like, "If you don't like it, why are you drinking it, you idiot? Give it to me. I need it."
Find you.
Yeah, it's part of me is just like, well, if you don't want it, if you don't like it, Silas, I'll drink it for you. 7-year-old idiot.
It just yanks it out of his hand. It's mine now. Goodbye.
She's gonna have such a hard time because whenever she's like trying to like rib Solar, she's gonna want to call him a pointy-eared bastard, but there's gonna part of her that's just like, is that like a terrible slur? I don't know. Probably best not to. You know?
Oh.
But she is gonna be like, knife. That was the best you could come up with, you fucking idiots. Knife ear. Well, what does that make us? Spoon ears? Are there fork ears somewhere?
I think the first time somebody calls Rez that, he's just going to, that's actually a good idea. Help me find small blades so I can put them on my ears. You can't be calling me that.
I hit the landing.
That, or he's just going to take it really, really literal and look at every elf's ears and just go, I don't see any knives. Where are they?
You couldn't cut butter with those.
Can't be late.
You should look at my uncles. They're very sharp.
Just what?
I'm gonna give Jenny my the point sticky out ears, because sticky out ears are kind of cute, and she's gonna be like, oh my god, elves are the best, because I like sticky out ears at the best of time, and these stick out a little way far.
I really like the idea of the whole pointy ear bastard thing, because if Riz says it and everybody looks at him, he's just going to shrug and say, I'm an elf, he's an elf. I don't see the problem.
Move all your ass.
So the thing is, I think the pointy-eared bastard thing is like, she's gonna be thinking like Vulcans when she says it.
Oh no!
Actually, that might be what she like when she's like really annoyed at him. She'd be like, "Okay, Spock, calm the fuck down."
Yeah.
And if somebody else is like, he keeps going on about Elvenar, she'd be like, oh yeah, it's a district on Vulcan, just ignore him. I don't know why he's going on like it was the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, it's not very logical, is it?
Got you now.
Whee!
Woo, hi!
Okay, so I think when Hadrian shows up at Skyhold, he's gonna like go, like, be like, oh, hello, Mr. Soulless person. Do you have a last name or what? Be like, so I hear you wander the Fade in your dreams, and Solus is like, oh yes, I have form of lucid dreaming, and Hadrian's like, sounds fake, but okay.
Yes.
I tried that, and it didn't bloody work.
What was it? Last names are a thing for most people in Thedas, isn't it? Even for elves.
Yeah, I think the day they just use their clan names.
They do.
Why do I do this?
And elven slaves, and possibly alienage elves too, might not have surnames.
I think they do. The warden has the last name.
Oh, okay, alienage elves definitely do then.
Fuck me.
Poor Jenny, she's gonna be trying to be really... Jenny's gonna be like trying to be polite really hard, but like, she's like, Mr... and he's like, you know my name? And she's like, yeah, but what's your last name? Mr. Solus what? Mr. Solus Smith? Jones? Trevedic?
Mr. Solus Wolfington.
I think I've played out all my anger for today. Now I'm actually happy again. I spent, I think, 3 or 4 hours just being immensely pissed off with a Tumblr.
That blue hell site.
Ah, I hate it, but I need it.
Now with Discord, you don't need it anymore.
I need some more visual, and that's what I have Tumblr for. But that was just absolute hell. Just clear your cache. The last time that happened, you didn't let me in again. Look what happened again. Ah, it annoys me.